Welcome back to Kansas Speedway. Serious faces on those drivers because we're ready to get back underway. Mike Skinner out in front of Brian Eichler. They've told us that this time by they will see the green flag.
You've been telling us since 11 o'clock Eastern this morning that we were going to race today, and here we are 4 hours later, and we're going to get to do it.
We are going to see the green flag here in Kansas City, Kansas. Again, 52 laps were in the books. You see already the number that we're on, lap 61. As soon as the trucks rolled onto the track, that was because we were under a yellow flag condition. They've rolled around the racetrack a few times in preparation for this green flag. The field out of turn 4. We're about ready to get underway. Green in the air. Skinner leads Brian Eichler across the start-finish line. Kim Lopez throwing the hands in the air, cheering them on as they went under the flag stand. Look at Ron Hornaday making the move under the 88. Matt Crafton on the high side.
What a huge surprise. Ron Hornaday passes somebody on a restart. Now he's going for second on Brian Eichler. It looks like he may have it.
Taking that position away. Brian Scott to the inside of the 88. We ride along with Terry Cook, and he sees that battle for the top 4 spots. Terry
told me his truck was so good on the outside, he really hoped that the outside group was going to be there, but he's going to make this pass on the bottom of the racetrack.
Terry Cook trying to get by that 88. It looks like Matt Crafton right now has his hands full with that 88 when he goes through the turns.
Drives it hard down into turn number 1. Terry stays right on the bottom of the racetrack. Here's Matt right here is Menard Chevrolet. You see Johnny Benson nosing up there trying to get underneath him. Terry Cook makes the pass, takes over 5th.
What a great sight and sound. Trucks running around this mile-and-a-half racetrack at speed. There's Johnny Benson with a big run as he goes by Colin Brown and now tries to get by that 88 of Crafton.
I think that answers the question whether the outside groove is going to come in or not. Looked like it was in there just right for Johnny Benson.
Johnny Benson made the pass on the high side. Colin Brown now up front. Those two battling for the top spot. Skinner and Hornaday.
Brian Scott
close the gap.
Goes way up the racetrack. Right now Brian's shown in a 4th spot. He got the momentum. Is going to get by Brian Eichler from the high side.
That high line running fairly well right now as Terry Cook looks to the outside also of Mr. Eichler.
Remember, Brian Eichler put 2 tires on. That's how he gained the track position. Got up to 2nd on the restart. Here's a good battle for the 13th spot. Chad McCumbee, the 07. James Busher, the 10, leading that group.
2x2 through the tri-oval. David Starr in the 24 on the inside line.
There's Ricky Carmichael. He's battling on the lead lap. We've seen Ricky spin out twice on Saturday and still battling on the lead lap.
Continue to work around this mile-and-a-half racetrack. 65 laps about to be complete. Skinner and Hornaday still 1 and 2. Brian Scott is 3rd. Brian Eichler 4th. Terry Cook 5th.
Chad McCumbee had a very, very strong truck in practice. That 07 right there leading this group. Looks like he's going to try to get by James Busher on the inside. Again, that is a battle for the 13th position.
Stacy Compton also in that group in the 60. Here we see Brian Scott getting by Brian Eichler. Looks like the 15 of Shane Sieg down on pit road again, Ray.
Yeah, he came down, Rick, because the truck is stuck in 2nd gear. They jacked it up and went under to see if the linkage was jammed, and so far not able to tell what the problem is or whether or not they got it fixed. But in 2nd gear, he's going to be really slow and not be able to keep minimum speed.
Yeah, he's going to know very, very quickly if that truck still has a transmission problem.
Comes back up on the racetrack. He's got to be out of 2nd gear now. There's a battle for 18th. Ricky Carmichael on the inside. Outside of him, TJ Bell in the 11.
Right in front of those 2 trucks, that's Dennis Setzer in the 8 truck. Stacy Compton with a new sponsor on board. That's 60 truck. Great to see new sponsors coming to the truck series here this week. And we've had several new ones. We've got Copart on Hornaday's truck. We've got Ventrilla on Todd Bodine's truck.
Still a battle between TJ Bell and Ricky Carmichael.
Safe Auto is a sponsor on Stacy Compton's truck, the 60 truck.
Yep. Ray had touched on that on Saturday. Some of the new names coming into the series. There's Dennis Setzer in front of Stacy Compton. Setzer right now holding on to the 16th spot. There's Terry Cook, Johnny Benson. This is for 5th. Terry Cook holding the spot. Johnny Benson trying to get up behind him. We saw Todd Bodine on the bottom of the racetrack. Again, he's trying to get up to minimum speed so he can stay on the racetrack. You get one shot at it.
Yeah, NASCAR will determine the minimum speed, and that's a percentage of the top speeds. They just don't want anybody to go around there so much slower that they become a hazard on the racetrack.
There on the left side of your screen, Matt Crafton holding on to the 7th spot. What's happening with him, Adam?
And you may remember he started 3rd when we went back under the green flag just a few minutes ago, Rick, but he slid back. He came on the radio and said it just won't fire off. It's not good at the beginning of a run, very similar to what we saw out of him here on Saturday. He qualified 14th, dropped back, rallied to the top 5. I would say the longer the run continues, the better the 88 will be, and that means he may have to wait till late in the race because we're just a handful of laps away from a competition caution right now.
Again, we were told by NASCAR, I think it's around 85 is what they're saying will be the competition caution. We've completed 70. So they still have a few laps to go. We're about halfway through this competition caution run.
There's the battle for 5th. Terry Cook, the AutismSpeaks.org Toyota out of the Jim Harris stables, and Johnny Benson out of the Red Horse stable. Trouble on the racetrack.
We've got, Ricky Carmichael once again. Johnny Benson. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's T.J. Bell in the 11.
Yeah, they were wrong. We saw them running together about 3 or 4 laps ago. A lot of damage this time to Ricky Carmichael in the Monster Energy Chevrolet.
So that's our 6th caution of the day. Well, of the race. First of the day.
Ricky was pretty fortunate on Saturday with the 2 spins. Not really much damage, but not quite as fortunate this go-round.
Yeah, there's the damage to the back of that 11 of T.J. Bell. They take a hard left turn, go back into the garage area where they'll work on those 2 vehicles.
Coming in right at your screen, they're already together there. Somehow they got together getting in the corner. Both make pretty significant contact with the outside wall.
And again, there's a competition caution scheduled around lap 85. That means that if anyone would come onto pit road now, they can change tires, do adjustments to the race truck, but they cannot add fuel until lap 85.
Well, you know at lap 85 you're going to have 82 laps to go in this race, so you know you cannot make it from the time of that competition caution. So it may be a situation where some of these guys, knowing that they're going to have to stop twice, maybe they'll come down pit road now and get some tires, and then wait for the competition caution to come in to put the fuel in, and only have to make 1 pit stop to try to gain some track position.
Because again, the rules in the Camping World Truck Series, as we see the smoke rolling out of the back of the 17 of Timothy Peters, not good. But again, the rules in the Camping World Truck Series, you cannot fuel the truck and change tires on the same pit stop. So you'll have to come down pit road twice if you want to do both of those things. And we see Ron Hornaday, Brian Eichler making the hard left turn. They come onto pit road. And so a few trucks have decided to stop on this most recent caution. Again, no fuel can be added, but they can make adjustments to the trucks and can change tires. Adam?
And we already saw the 51 bunch play 1 pit strategy card. That coming on Saturday when they took only 2 tires on their only stop. They elect to get out of sequence with some of the other leaders here. He comes down, right side tires are on. It'll be a 4-tire stop for Eichler in this first session today, coming at lap 73. Ray?
On my end, Ron Hornaday is in. They're going to go 4 tires on the Copart Chevrolet. And a little bit further down pit road, we also see that Colin Brown is going to do the exact same thing. So Hornaday elected to get his tires right now. They'll get fuel when they come in for the competition caution.
Hornaday will win the battle off pit road. Brian Eichler will come off second. Looks like Colin Brown in the Conway Ford comes off third.
And again, we had trucks that stayed on the racetrack like Mike Skinner and Brian Scott, Terry Cook, Johnny Benson, Matt Crafton. Those trucks all stayed out on the racetrack. So even though we see Ron Hornaday winning the battle off of pit road, he will still have to restart probably back in about the 10th spot.
Yeah, but he knows that when the competition caution comes out in a little while, he will not have to come back in for tires. He will come back in for fuel, and that should put him ahead of the guys that are going to do both on that caution flag.
Aaron's lucky dog goes to Shane Sieg, so he will get a lap back. There are 21 on the lead lap.